Hello and welcome to another episode of the Never a Straight Answer podcast, the podcast that aims to cover a wide range of topics from conspiracy theories to popular culture and news. I'm your host Gaz, and joining me in the studio, well, we can all predict he's going to be sat here. He's my co-host, it's Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, good evening everybody, welcome along. Oh yeah.
Hello.
Beautiful day.
Hope everyone's well.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the show.
It's lovely to be here.
It is indeed. Thanks for joining us exactly
Yeah,
for another week and another exciting episode. So whether you are a new visitor or a repeat offender,
Keep repeating.
and welcome along. Well, New Year's upon us almost. We can't believe it. We're
I
actually
know.
saying how far it's coming this year.
Yeah. So
Christmas,
fast
people
lately.
are already talking about putting the decorations up. Don't know how I feel about that, genuinely.
Well, yeah.
It kind of upsets me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I did think myself, actually, maybe cheer the place up a bit.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
These seasonal
corner.
depressions, one of those things where you're just down because the weather changes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
cozying up the house with the Christmas decks
Yeah, true.
sometimes makes it feel
brings
a bit more.
of light in the air.
Yeah, maybe.
house.
I'm still gonna wait.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
But we're not talking about Christmas decorations tonight, anyway.
Yeah.
This week we're going to be
forget
talking about Nostradamus.
Oh,
it's that
yes.
time of the year, like I say, Nostradamus episode.
that. Yeah.
We're going to be looking at some of the predictions he's
put
making
for this year and
for 2024,
Yeah.
and some of the predictions that he maybe got wrong and right.
Well,
Yeah, from this year.
Yeah. That's true.
We'll have a look at them.
will.
They're coming up very shortly in the show.
Very shortly.
Nostradamus is interesting. We always have kind of good route. People like the Nostradamus episodes.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of this curiosity of what's going to happen, in the future.
It seems to be the
Obviously,
man who knew
everybody
it all before
Did he, though?
everyone else.
Did he, though?
Yeah,
Well, we've got some
well,
actually
that's the
really
question.
kind of interesting examples of predictions and prophecies made by Nostradamus that apparently might have has already come true.
Yeah,
Maybe.
or possibly come true soon.
Is it all a matter of kind of perspective and kind of how you look at it? Is it?
Or is it that you talk about it that often that the situation happens?
Manifest destiny.
Yeah, exactly. Especially
Wow.
if it's a big the
It's
world saying something.
Well, I know, but some of the prophecies that he comes out with Nostradamus, they're quite grandiose, aren't they? They're pretty big.
Yeah,
Big bold claims,
Yeah.
man.
I don't think we've had a
Bold
small one
claims.
yet, to be
But
honest.
the gist of it, I think he said he was going to be a zombie apocalypse one year.
Do
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Old Nostradamus.
Yeah, but then that's
Old Nostradamus.
down to the interpretation.
Exactly what I was about to say. Yeah, exactly. So, whether you believe the literal translation of the quatrains of Nostradamus,
Yeah.
then
I've
who
always
knows?
been a big fan. Yeah.
I love a good quatrain.
Yeah.
Me. I rock
Oh,
out in
yeah.
the back, in the shower.
You know the one big one that actually convinced me the most on it
Oh, go on.
was actually 9/11.
Oh, ooh, well, you can tell us a bit more about
Yeah.
that in a bit. Well, this episode's brought to us by Orange County CBD.
Oh, love
Our
mint
friends,
stuff, that.
well, they do mint flavour CBD,
exactly.
actually. I've just got a new one, Apple.
Apple.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's good. That's good.
Orange County CBD, it's a wellness supplement brand, and but they're based in the UK.
Yeah.
CBD's kind of I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I think it's quite good for anxieties and getting a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I totally
Easy,
agree.
nice. It's quite relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't.
You can even bang a bit of the oil in your vape. Those room vapors.
Yeah.
Just naturally, just getting a bit kind of relaxation in the air.
Yeah, we need more relaxation in the world
Exactly,
now.
don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, if you do kind of have anxieties or suffer from kind of not getting a good night's sleep,
Yeah,
or
you could always
even
try.
joint and inflammations, that sort
Yeah,
of thing. It's pretty
really
good for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We've got a discount code NASAPOD. If
Yeah.
you go over to Orange County website, which there will be a link in the description, you will find you can use our code NASAPOD at the checkout, get 15% off, and I think it's free delivery over orders of £25.
Yeah.
But it's Black Friday coming up.
Oh yeah, so there maybe if there's extras on there.
If there's extras, I'll be posting on social media anyway. So if there's extra codes for extra discounts, I'll be posting
Keep
this
your
week
eye out. Yeah.
over on social media. But yeah, they're really good guys over at Orange County as well.
Yeah.
So it's like they always kind of like hook us up with some really good goodies.
Yeah.
So like I just say,
And it's
I've just
really
got
good quality as
the
well.
apple. But yeah, so they do the CBD, but they also do the energy gummies.
Yeah.
So
that's
caffeine gummies.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I think they still kind of need to work on the flavour a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, they are quite give you a boost.
To give you a boost, yeah.
It's like drinking
Well,
a
that's
Red
what
Bull.
it's there for.
It's like
so.
drinking a couple of Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, if you want to check out Orange County, like I say, there'll be a link in the description.
Certainly will.
Have a look. Yeah, where are we going from
Have
here? Yeah, well, there you go. There's the duties fulfilled. What have you been up to?
Mate, I've been looking
I know you've been
into,
working and stuff, but like...
on the side, I've been looking into other parts of laws, to be
I
honest.
knew you were going to say you've been looking into laws.
Well, I say it's kind of a favourite for me at the minute because it's I want to know where I stand.
Well, yeah,
You know
I know,
what I mean?
but I mean...
And a lot of people don't understand.
This is the thing, though. I mean, it's like, are you going to be able to use any of these in kind of like... Oh, I bet it's going to be really good if you do have to use one because you can pull it out your ass and go, ha-ha.
Well, yeah,
Have one of those kind of ha-ha moments
And
where,
it-
screw you.
The thing
copper."
is, it
Or
is,
whatever.
it is about the language and the talking to the law as well.
Right, so it's
That's-
understanding and
it's
feeling
understanding,
confident
yeah.
in knowing the lingo, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. And when I'm up to scratch, then if I ever need it, then
I'll be
use
like,
it.
I'm going to, if I ever need it, I'll be like, let me call my lawyer.
Yeah, because what
Let me
does the
call-
judge always say?
No, wait, let me call my solicitor.
Yeah.
Let me get it right.
Which
Yeah.
what
No lawyers in the UK.
Yes, but
Anyone
the
goes
judge,
around calling themselves a lawyer in the UK, I think, Americans.
the
It's
judge
very Americanism, isn't it?
the judge always says there is no excuse for not knowing the law, and
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
of people don't know the law. I mean, I've just found one where it's actually illegal up to £200 of thieving from a place.
Oh, so you can steal up to that's a lot if everyone does it.
Up to £200, but if you get
Is
if
that
you get
in
caught,
weight? Is that
no,
weight
no,
or
that's in
cash
price.
value?
Cash value.
All right, okay.
You will only get a £75
It's like
fine.
There's the thingy, isn't it? You'll only get a what?
A £75 fine.
That makes total sense. So you're £125 up.
Yeah, exactly. So you could go and get up to 75. Right, that'll do
covers
for
me there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then now I do my weekly shopping.
£125 in profit.
Yeah.
Well, we're not advocating anything like that.
No, we are not. But it's been in
suggest,
law.
But that's crazy. So that's
Yeah.
actually a law.
That is actually law, and it's been in law. The Conservatives brought it in 2014.
Do you know what? That's probably because imagine how much fucking the Conservatives are putting in the pocket, and
Oh,
if that's
yeah,
only
yeah.
if they're only
Doesn't hurt
you
then.
know what I mean, £75, fine.
Yeah. Well,
I'll pay that all
That's
day.
it. That's it. Well, they've just the governments have just got their taxes or their receipts back, and they've earned this year over £1 trillion.
How?
Well, that is a question.
The party should not be earning that much money.
Well,
Yeah.
no, the country.
Well,
That's the
right,
taxes that everyone's paid.
But yet there's still people living in tents.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Crazy, isn't it? We'll
yeah.
get into that in a
Yeah,
bit,
we
but
will, we
there is
will,
a story
yeah.
coming up in the news which involves tents.
Tents, yes.
And camp life.
Yeah,
Camp life.
yeah.
Anyway,
so what have you been up to?
Well,
Been up to much?
I mean, it's been a bit of a sad week, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really want to go too much into it, but you might know, you might not know. But if you've been a fan of the podcast for a long time, you'll know that we have a little third co-host.
We do.
Yeah, little Harley, our little mascot.
Our little
the
mascot,
podcat,
yes.
the original podcat.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, she passed away this week.
Yes,
so it was a
sadly,
bit
yeah.
sad. But yeah, she was the star of the show on the live streams.
Yes,
and
she
stuff.
was.
You know, honestly, everybody loves Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, she was old age and
Yeah.
things just got on top of her.
Yeah.
And she passed away, which was really sad because she was like proper good little friend.
Yes.
So yeah, I look forward to kind of like, you know.
Possibly getting.
No. I mean, kind of not at the moment, but like.
Yeah, I know, not at the moment.
You know, like I look forward to feeling like she's at rest anyway.
Yeah.
'Cause you know how it is. You feel a bit kind of like boo hoo.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's the grieving time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family pets are like part of the family, aren't
Well, yeah, that's it. Especially if you've had them from kitten to.
they? Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
12 years we had her. So
Yeah.
she's.
Yeah, long time, not short time.
I know. So like, it's been quite a sad sad week.
Yeah.
So, but we wanted to kind of give her a little shout out.
Yeah.
Because she was a little awesome little mascot for the show.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying
Definitely.
she'll always be. I think we still got a little black cat on the mantle, so that's going to be the tribute Harley mascot from now on. Still, hopefully, it's good luck.
Yes. Hopefully.
Anyway, So that was kind of all. I've been kind of had a few other things got popping up here and there.
Yeah.
But I've keeping busy basically.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yes.
Other than that, oh yeah, TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Crazy TikTok things, right? So we were on TikTok live, and for out of nowhere, I just get banned. Now anyone who knows, who comes in the live, knows that, we're really nice.
What you being
Do you know what I mean?
banned
What would you get banned for?
Yeah.
And do you know trolls are horrible, aren't they?
They are.
That was another thing. Got banned for a week.
That's
So I was like, fuck's sake. It's not a good week this week.
No.
But
how they can close someone down just like.
no, but I was thinking, in terms of, they have a law where it says, or not a law, like a rule or guideline, which says, obviously, if you break the rules, you can appeal.
Yeah.
But, so you do that, and then they go, no. But the appeal's, a second later. Yeah, they'll get, a minute later, you get the response. And it's
right.
Surely you didn't have time to watch and review everything and, make a general decision.
Automated, mate.
I know it's automated, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But then when you try and send them an actual email, you get another automated email back about that as well.
Yeah, here's my project, and I'm not talking to you if it goes wrong.
Suggesting that you go and submit an appeal.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? I've just come round in a circle.
Yeah,
surely.
exactly. You
just wait for it to be lifted because it's easier.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Has anyone else out there had this sort of problem? Because,
I think
you'll have this problem because you just repost other people's stuff.
Yeah, and I've sent...
And then you get in trouble and get warnings.
And every single one that I've been hit with, I've sent a dispute back to him saying, look, I'm only taking off what you are showing me.
It's interesting to kind of
think
think about how kind of free speech operates, and in certain platforms to toe the line, and they say it's in our guidance so we can kind of deliver a universally kind of welcomed platform that everyone can use, which is admirable. But I mean, you still need to kind of be realistic.
Exactly.
In terms of the AI taking comments down and stuff like that, that kind of doesn't understand context and sarcasm. Yeah, it doesn't understand any of that. No. AI doesn't understand sarcasm or context.
No.
Might context a little bit, but in terms of how the average person uses it, in slang and everything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or even just the way people communicate.
Going.
Well, no, I don't think it is, because how people communicate in speech is always going to evolve.
So,
exactly. Slang is a big part of that. Exactly. And AI might be able to understand the English language as we deliver it as data, the dictionary, and a thesaurus or whatever.
Oh well, right? Have you seen all the stupid words
how
lately
they put it together? Oh mate, every time you use any AI software for text speak ChatGPT or anything, it comes out with the most pretentious arsey sort of thing. It just uses the wrong words or uses a word overuses a word. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's just my experience of it, but enigmatic seems to be one of the words it overuses.
So look out for that.
If you're using, So if you're thinking people are using ChatGPT to,
just look for certain keywords.
There must be, I think, a list of these keywords that you can pull out.
I'm sure you could contact.
Enigmatic's at the top of the list in my book. I'm going to make this list.
Well, I've never really used it. I'm thinking about using it for certain things.
Well, it's kind of handy because I mean, it's not to say that you can't tweak it and make it more personal. Do you know what I mean? But and the thing is, it's I just don't agree with it kind of being used for certain things. It's a handy tool. Treat it as such, but don't rely on it to think, right, okay, well, I don't need to hire a professional now because AI will do it for me. Doesn't always work like that. So
no. And then it goes on the other end as well. Those who listen to, let's say, a speech or taking, now they've got a query: is that a true interpretation of what you're saying, or is it the AI that's saying it? So they might even get it wrong on that side.
Well, there's a difference between, like, you know, people's understanding of AI. So AI and machine learning is a quite a really kind of handy tool in a lot of different ways. So people,
it's getting better every time.
It's kind of how you implement it, right? And if it's kind of like gone rogue and like it's Legion from, you know, Ultron even, you know, from the Avengers, and it's a rogue AI that's gonna do whatever. It's got it's decided the human race isn't really worth salt anymore.
Best thing for it.
But if it's just so, like, but for instance, a new Beatles record Now and Then was made using machine learning, where they were able to extrapolate John's voice from an old cassette using AI. Right. It's a tool. If you use it in the right way, then it's gonna kind of benefit us.
But whenever anything gets brought out, there is always...
I know what you're going to say. There's somebody who manipulates it and uses it for evil.
It's always a manipulation to the
You
product.
are that guy.
I wish I was that guy. I'd be fucking rich, mate.
It's like, do you know what? If I was that guy, I wish I was that guy, actually, thinking about it. Anyway, well, there you go. Moving on. We weren't planning on talking about AI for this long.
We weren't.
Well, we were talking about Nostradamus, or Nostradamus. Is it? He was a Michel. He was a soothsayer, a prophet.
Yeah.
And what would you say?
I'd say he was psychological.
Prognosticator.
Yeah, after massive tragedy.
Go on.
Yeah.
What's
after his son and wife died, then that's when, because he was a community person.
Is that when he started having the visions?
Yeah. And then 1555 is when he brought out the first book to tell people exactly what his visions has shown.
Yeah.
So he was in a mental kind of state at that time, if you think about it. Well, I think the rest of his life, really.
Well, I mean, we have done several episodes on Nostradamus.
We have.
You know, covering the kind of the basics of him. You know, you can always go back and listen to previous episodes, you know, for his kind of like past history and stuff. But what did he get right over 2022 and 2023? You know, we've had economic shifts.
Yes. We certainly have pandemics. We had a pretty small one, didn't we? Really?
Well, yeah, we've had economic shifts. We've had, you know, climate issues.
Yes, and still do.
Floods, shortage of food and fuel. Nostradamus seemed to have seen all that coming.
Politics, instability. You got poverty. You got supposedly supposed to be coming is a new pope.
Well, this is what they were saying about, like, what's it? I think you mentioned it earlier. We've got a new pope, potentially coming in 2024. Yeah, but going back to 2023, about kind of the quote for that actual kind of prediction of kind of like all those things happening in 2023. So the high will, what is it? So high will the bushel of wheat rise that man will eat his fellow man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man eating
now,
man,
what do you think that means in terms? It's not literally, is it, or is it kind of figuratively, like, or figuratively? I can't even say that.
He might even
figuratively.
He might have made a mistake. Don't forget that the dates are totally random. But in Russia, after the war, people were eating people. There was quite a lot of cannibalism going on, because no one was surviving.
I know times are hard in our house,
really hard.
But little Jimmy, we're going to have to eat you.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
So I think he's predicting that when this big event goes on, that at a certain point, there is not going to be any food or anything like that, and there's
no, the bushel of wheat grows high. The bushels of wheat rise, boy. This is what it's so high, the bushels of wheat rise.
Yeah, but can we eat it?
Well, is it
With
GMO?
The amount of, the amount
is it
of
GMO?
messing around.
Or is it too expensive to... This is it? Or do they mean in price so high will the bushels of wheat rise? Yeah.
Could be.
So there we go. Like that one statement, that one sentence.
Yeah.
You can derive three meanings from it. So
Yeah.
high will it grow in growth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So high will it grow in value?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also so high will it grow, like, in terms of like cost to the public?
Well, actually, there's proof on that kind of in America
Which
at the
is
minute.
the same thing, really, isn't it?
Because it's now turning out that if you go for a burger in McDonald's,
Comes with a free bushel of wheat.
No, a couple of months ago, it was a couple of dollars, yeah? Do you know how much it is now?
Oh, no.
$16.
What? For a what?
For a burger.
No.
Yeah.
$16?
Yeah, $16 for a burger. So that makes me think of a wonder on when their GDP went like down and like their economy went down, and like you were talking like 10,000. I can't remember what the.
Well, it's going to be like actually really.
It's going to be really hard.
Well, no, I mean, but it's going to be kind of like it'll bring the price of the dollar and down.
Well, the dollar's gone.
Well,
basically, the petrodollar's gone, which they...
No, the petrodollar's something else to the dollar.
Yeah,
that's what
gives
its
it
own
value.
currency. No, the petrodollar's its own currency based on petrol and oil.
Yes.
Yeah, right? So that's on the stock market, right? Whereas the dollar, right, is just general currency.
Yeah, but in the past they've used them dollars, but now they can't use them dollars.
Well, exactly.
So now they're more poorer.
But what I'm getting, obviously, but the petrodollar's like just having like gold in the bank. It's as far as I know, which I might be wrong, but because I don't know about the stock market or anything, but the petrodollar, if I go on the stock market and I want to invest all my money in an asset like gold, silver, orange juice, tobacco, whatever, the petrodollar or the petrodollar is an option because you can only buy reserve oil with the petrodollar. That's the only thing you can use to buy it.
No,
that's why you need to buy it if you want to deal in oil.
Yeah, that's how. But it's not just oil; it's other products as well. So they use that.
Like what? Like
buying
fucking petrol
stuff around
and
the world.
rubber. And anything that's made from oil derivatives.
Well, no, they use the dollar, the petrodollar, around the world as the one currency where they can change the value of the money to the other country, so it stays at a certain value.
Of course it does, because it's like it's basically like a world market for oil products. So it's rather than them paying in standard currency, which has the exchange rates and all the rest of it.
It did start off with petrol, but it's basically every country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, I don't know enough about this, but as far as I knew, that's what it was used for.
Yeah, at the beginning, basically, they had I think it was 1933, they had a meeting, and they were all getting poor, the countries, because of the wars and that. So basically, they come
It's
up
going
with
off
the
tangent
idea.
tonight. We're talking about Nostradamus, by the way, but
Yeah.
go on.
Basically, they got the world together and went like, give us your gold and we'll give you the petrodollar of that value, so you've got money there, and then we can transfer, so you get the proper value of the money.
I tell you what, give us all your reserves and we'll give you this little piece of paper.
Yeah.
That sounds like a hustle to me.
Yeah, well, then the actual...
Oh, sorry, your petrodollar's not worth anything now. Market crashed.
Well, America sorted
Gold's
that out
hold its
because
value.
America put more value on the gold than it really was, and then the other countries were asking for the gold back and wasn't getting it at the right value at the time because
Hustled. You've all just been hustled.
Yeah.
You've all just been heisted.
And it's just coming to the end, basically, of the petrodollar. So
I've just come to the end of money heist. By the way, it was so good.
China made their one, basically, and now Africa's telling.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's got his own agenda tonight. He's talking about his own thing. We were talking about, again, like I say, Nostradamus episode tonight.
Yes.
So, what we talking about petrol dollars for?
You started talking about the petrol.
I did not start talking about. I was talking about the bushels of wheat.
Yeah, and then we got from there to the petrol.
Right. Okay. So climate change, climate catastrophes, is going to be a big thing in 2024. I'm being an arsey tonight, Taylor. I do apologise.
Nah, you're all right.
Don't mean to be. I just don't know.
Well, I did go on a tangent. You were
It
right
was a
there.
tangent.
It was a tangent.
Yeah, I don't mind the tangent.
I'm
just kind of entertaining the audience while you're going off on a tangent. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes. So we're gonna have supposedly.
I don't mean to be mean.
Forget a lot of the places, it's going to be hard to move things if there's a world war.
What you want about?
Nostradamus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in a climate catastrophe.
Yeah.
So how do you mean?
Well, one of his trains was 7 months of the Great War. People will die from weakness. Basically saying, those who run the world, the power, the people at the top, will actually cause the world war to, the disaster of what's coming up.
What, the climate catastrophe?
Well, that's a part of it, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I'd
so.
say that would be like a separate thing, but I'd say, like, obviously in terms of the climate catastrophe, like, there's no thingy in terms of saying that there is a climate changes underway at the moment. I mean, there's a fucking tornado in Birmingham last week.
Well, yeah, I know. Mad.
Swept 13 off the feet. It's interesting, isn't it, that like the weather is changing? Is it an apocalyptic sort of event? Is it the weather going to get so bad that like it is going to cause bigger catastrophes? Do you know what I mean? Like
Depends
in terms
where you
of
are,
like
really.
geographically.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just its natural shift. Myself.
Oh, of course. Well, I've said this for ages. I mean, if you go back as far as for the other, back to the beginning of the podcast, saying like, how many times the Earth changed in a natural cycle,
exactly.
On its own accord before we even turned up, and slightly after, we've had quite a nice period of calm.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Things change.
Well, that is true.
But I think in terms of like what so you were going on about kind of World War stuff.
Yeah, he said there's a great war.
Well, this is it. They're saying there was going to be a conflict with China in 2024.
Yeah.
So that's probably what that is. And obviously, like, there's a lot of fucking, like, geopolitical experts, like, have written about, like, the idea that China's becoming a global power.
Yeah.
Or, a bigger global power.
Yeah.
But obviously, having these kind of predictions coming from Nostradamus so long ago.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing on the interpretation that it's put. But then, like you said before, that could have been put like in 1568 or.
Oh yeah, like you could even have said like that prediction.
Yeah.
Could have been like aimed at the Cold War when China, was involved there. Nostradamus, there's plenty of occasions where like some of Nostradamus's predictions and quatrains could have just easily have been attributed to that event.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes like we do look for events, but like I say, there was a lot of Nostradamus predictions, like I say, that have been that's a bit far out. And I wonder how many times, like, when we do the research, but like whether people just slip a little random one in just for the fun of it, like like
I think some people
maybe they do.
Yeah,
Some cheeky journalist.
Yeah, possibly.
But yeah, obviously, quarrels between like the US and China. And Russia and the rest of the world at the moment.
Now,
obviously, it has a dreadful impact on the rest of the world. It goes from a Cold War to a hot war.
Well, yeah.
Hot war.
Don't forget, he said that there will be an empire that will be destroyed.
Yeah, well, whose empire is that?
To be honest, the way I see it at the minute, I think America, because they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think they are, to be honest. I hope I'm wrong, but the way I see things, like, look at the stuff that's going on in America, and then look at the connections with America. Their friends are turning
actually,
away.
do you think, right, let's look at a wider interpretation of that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you say an empire will potentially topple.
Well, he says that, yeah.
Well, Nostradamus says that, right, yeah. Well, what's the only empire what's the only empire still rocking now today? Go on, I'll give you a minute. It's not a riddle.
Go on.
The Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Roman Empire still exists today in the form of the Vatican. Right, yeah.
So the Vatican could fall when the new Pope joins.
Maybe. Yeah. And apparently he was going to be, making waves. He's a new Pope. Hey, I'm the new Pope.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a wolf.
Hey, I'm going to wear my hat slightly. I want a snapback. Yeah. I want a snapback Pope hat this time. because I'm a trendy pope.
Well, then that
I
means
believe in aliens.
What will happen to this pope?
What do you mean? Well, he might die here,
Will
obviously.
he die, or will he retire, or will he get...
Hang
now,
up
because of the
hang up his
retirement,
pope.
can he get pushed off the post?
Hey, guys, I've had enough of poping.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up my pope cape.
Or is he going to get caught with a kind of corruption somewhere?
Oh, maybe.
There's a lot of corruption.
Well, isn't this one...
stories.
The pope at the moment's really on board with aliens as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I wonder what...
Yeah.
But this... I mean, obviously, is there any plans for a young, new, hip pope? Like, hey, we need to revamp the whole pope.
Hey, well, if it gets the masses there and actually listen to him, then probably,
They'll go, he's not even the pope, he's the Messiah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the name. Yeah. Well, just imagine if we had someone in the world who you would interpret that could be...
Well, no, I think if, they put somebody up where the pope stands and said, this is your new Messiah, the masses would be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Followers.
They do it every week. They do it every few years with the Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The Pope's just a guy who they say he's important now, and everyone goes, yay!
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So they would kind of be like
changes.
buzzing because they met a guy who they said was important once. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
So I don't know. But most people would agree that the money from the Roman Empire went to fund the Vatican. So it'd still be kind of rocking, and they'd still coasting off the capital of the Roman Empire, really.
Yeah,
right,
yeah. And they already have the
so
deal
if an empire's to fall and there's no official empires anymore, then that would be the closest thing to it.
But if we call an empire just like a country, then I would say myself, the way things are looking at the minute, it looks like America's getting weaker. But I'm not saying that any other country's getting stronger. I think there's a lot of countries that are getting weaker, but I see that they're falling a lot more behind. And I think it's down to their policies that they've had, and they're involved in one war, and now another war's turned up, which they're trying to get involved with. And don't you find it kind of funny that there was a war started over in the east of Europe, and then now the Middle East is kicked off just over a year afterwards. Is there going to be another one? And don't forget, wars make money, and America makes money from wars. Obviously, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Well, this is the thing. It is kind of more a business than a.
Yeah, well, every country is technically a business under law.
Well, so they were talking about eco tanks.
Yeah.
And
stuff.
Yeah. And it was ethical tanks that just you can blow communities up ethically with an eco tank.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite hilarious, but
soldiers.
But in terms of kind of building machines to kill people, war is a business. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of Tony Starks out there selling weapons.
Exactly. Very popular and very.
So I feel like these things, some of these Nostradamus things so far may be plausible. Maybe the Pope thing. I'm not sure if there could be a new Pope. But it'd all hinge on the old Pope going out and somewhere.
And what?
12 months is a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't happen January 1st. Not all this stuff's not just going to happen.
You never know. You know what I mean?
Someone and like you say, they don't normally get the dates exactly right. So this could be back end or beginning of 2025 potentially or whatever.
Well, this is why I was convinced a long time ago through 9/11. Really, because I had already checked up about Nostradamus, and on one of his the predictions was a fire from the sky will hit two brothers, and I always thought that in New York it was actually named. It was in New York, and it was a case of I'm going to watch New York, make sure to see that, and then when it happened,
like Batman.
Yeah, as soon as I seen
I'm gonna watch the city, make sure that it's okay.
It just convinced me straight there that he was right in what he was saying.
Because I'm Batman. Yeah. I do think again, it's about how you interpret these things. There was in one of Nostradamus's books. he was going on about maybe the Queen, passing away in 2022, and how Nostradamus pretty much predicted that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he did actually, add to this. So in 2024, apparently, someone who's referred to in the quatrain as the King of the Isles, will be who's had a controversial divorce and who was driven out by force. Yeah. That rhymes as well, doesn't it? Had a controversial divorce and was driven out by force. What's more, he was replaced by another no mark, by somebody who will have the no mark of a king.
Yeah.
So is that the end of the monarchy and the start of a more kind of a different government?
I don't
structure?
think right now, and maybe later on, because another one of his predictions was they finish World War III. They finish it at a bridge in.
Well, I've not
France.
finished about the king one, because there was actually a couple more little extra predictions about so there was that saying that he would be kind of replaced by the no mark of the king, but also another prediction or another version of looking at it was that William would take over, and he would be actually forced out of the throne, Charles, for ill health, and he would take over his son.
Got to be honest, I hope he does stand down.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. I mean,
he
doesn't need to be king for long, does he?
No, he can, and now he can turn around and go, I was king, but now I'm
I was king for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
King for a day, man.
But then when he gets passed on, they need to have, make sure that, is it William? Or is it, it's Harry, is it?
Who knows?
It's William, innit? It's William.
We've done episodes about his potential secret family. And if now Camilla is actually officially queen and not queen consort, then does that give, if they had a secret daughter potentially that they didn't want to share that information, or
wouldn't
secret
you think they would come forward?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Again, they'd have to, because they'd be like, "Hi, I'm your new king."
Nah,
you don't know me.
Secret Service will not let that happen.
I know you don't know me, but
Secret Service
I'm your
will
new king.
not let that happen.
Call me King Billy.
He won't want that happening, because that's a big story. That
it would be, wouldn't it?
But
that'd be groundbreaking.
He may step down.
There you go. We heard it here first.
And put her there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And he's like, haha, you didn't expect that.
Yeah.
This is your new monarchy.
Yeah. You run a country now.
The Camilla Parker Bowles legacy. The Charles and Camilla legacy.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Who knows? You never know. That's happening in a parallel universe somewhere.
I think William would be a great king, to be honest, but...
Well, I mean, it seems highly unlikely, doesn't it? But I mean, whether that he kind of did actually successfully predict Queen Elizabeth's death, then in 2022, obviously you don't know. Apparently, there was a kind of a reading by a guy called Mario. I can't remember what his second name is. Mario was basically reading the quatrain, and he said that Nostradamus had foresaw it. So,
well, if he foresaw it,
if he did, he did. If he, well, if he did, he did. So,
well, who do you think the third Antichrist is going to be? Because he predicted two.
Putin won it. Well, I thought we've already said this in a previous Nostradamus one.
Could be, but look, Napoleon was the first one. Hitler was the second one. I think there's got to be someone even more vicious than...
Maybe they've not even been discovered yet. They might not even be born yet. Who knows?
Yeah.
We could be still waiting on that. But, we'll find out. If they're that bad, we'll find out about them, won't we? Maybe it is, Ed Sheeran, or, I don't know. Who else is terrible?
There's a lot of terrible
people
leaders around the world.
I'm not talking about leaders. It could be anyone.
Just anyone.
Yes, an influencer of some description, isn't it? If you think about descriptions of antichrists and devils and whatnot, they're not
Well, I'll tell you what. I know
they're very kind of lead you into temptation.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That's it. It's going to be the person who can convince.
The convincers.
Talking.
They're a convincer.
Yeah. But I think a lot of people out there...
Russell Brand, don't know what
it is. I think a lot of people out there are going to say Donald Trump is going to be the one who
he's actually just quotation Donald Trump's, guys. He's just like he does Donald Trump.
I don't think
he's dangerous.
I think someone else is going to be more dangerous than Trump.
Well, apparently another one of Nostradamus' predictions is a nuclear explosion.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he doesn't give much information into it apart from the quatrains. So it's for 40 years, the rainbows will not appear. So they've had this 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had this 3 years in a row.
It could be a volcano. It could be a hit from somewhere else.
No, because it says for 40 years, rainbows won't appear. For 40 years, it will be seen every day, right? So you'll see a rainbow every day for the next 40 years. Then the dry earth will grow drier, and the great floods when it is seen. A great flood when it is seen, right? So that one. That's kind of like people predicting that it could be a nuclear explosion. According to Nostradamus, predictions for 2024, a devastating nuclear explosion will happen, causing climate changes and significant depopulation in many European countries. Although
European countries,
this is alarming given the current global situation. But that particular quatrain for 40 years for 40 the rainbows and all that. We've definitely had this. We've had this for the last 3 years. Yeah, right. It's been included in his predictions, and obviously it's not come true. And we did say it's a vague time frame.
But didn't Noah do that as well? 40 days, 40 nights.
Well, yeah, but this is for 40 years and 40. This is saying for 40 years you won't see a rainbow. Right, so that insinuates that the sky is going to be blacked out.
So I think volcano myself.
So the sky is going to be blacked out, and then for 40 years you will see rainbows in the sky every day because
volcano stopped.
The volcanoes, the particles in the air are starting to dissipate, and you'll start seeing reflection through the minute particles. Creating rainbow-like visuals in the sky for a long time after. Exactly. So it'll take 40 years for that to happen. But after that, you'll see rainbows in the sky for 40 years. But the Earth would have been rather in darkness, so there'll be no vegetation. As well, it'll get colder. So it'd go barren.
Well, both of them.
So there it says it's a dry Earth will grow drier.
Well, both of them can. Are actually scientists are saying that are coming up basically through climate change. They're pointing it as climate change, but it could be just over something like that. You know, like a little test by a scientist, like at CERN or something, and it just went boom, and something went wrong. You know what I mean? So it could be down to us for the disaster on that.
Well,
might be right on that,
they say as well, the end of the world, obviously, the Nostradamus and even astrologers predict, celestial fire, which is chronomass ejections or, those, solar activity.
CMEs,
But this celestial fire on a royal building, this incident or basic incidents indicates, I do apologise, a radical transformation in the world and could potentially put an end to the painful things of all.
Hold on, that
sounded
about
really
6
dramatic.
years ago or something, one of the palaces went up in fire, flames.
Which one?
Edinburgh.
Oh, did it?
In Edinburgh, it went up, because I think we
from wasn't a chronomass ejection that set it off, was it though?
You never know.
You never know. There was a big sun blast and Edinburgh got it.
Yeah.
It's usually cold in Edinburgh as well, so they probably would have been like, "Ooh, feel warm for a minute there." Have you seen any? The New World Order is another prediction. The New World Order will be established next year. It's been established for a while, hasn't it? It should involve a man and a woman joining forces. The downside of that coalition won't last very. Coalition. Won't last that very long. I need to put my glasses on.
Well, there you've got America and Europe there on that straight away. America and Europe, because they were collaborating together, but they don't talk as much.
You calling Europe a lady?
Well, no, but the leading
man
person
and a woman.
is a lady. He's a woman. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, fair play. Well, I don't know.
And it's been men in America's prime.
Well, you were saying earlier as well about assassination. So, like, another one is an assassination of a world leader. But we get this one every year as well. But 2024 might mark the end of an important world leader. The leader could be assassinated, paving the way for peace.
That's got
I don't know.
Is that the Pope or Putin?
The Pope,
yeah,
Putin.
It's got to be P.
P. Yeah. Putin's. Putin for peace.
No, I heard a rumor last week
for peace.
I heard a rumor last week about Putin that apparently he's collapsed and had a heart attack.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah. But
so who takes over after him though? Because that's what you got to worry about.
Yeah, well, that's
got big shoes to fill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if they haven't got the brains or the capability of doing it, then who knows?
This is the thing. So basically, like on the other hand, if it, that did happen, a world leader, it would be a kind of like a crisis.
Yeah.
And another figure getting put in, like it would lead the way for another figure to step in. It might be kind of like a hopeful thing. However, peace will only come in 2043. Apparently, this is what he's saying. Yeah, so it would take that long, another 20 years before peace actually was achieved.
Oh, right.
Well, think about how long we were in, like, Iraq.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking of the 40 years to 40 nights as well, on the rainbow kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. So, like...
So, in thinking about that, that'd have to be on a different timeline anyway.
We got 20 years, and it could be like, this is the beginning, 20 years of this bullshit, and then there's a catastrophe.
20 years,
that happens.
Yeah.
That actually is the same sort of depiction on the Denver airport
very
mural.
much so.
Yeah, where there'd be this and there's a rainbow on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
There is.
And people are wearing gas masks and stuff
and
like
there's
that.
a lot of things about rainbows.
There is
these days.
Obviously, yeah. Well, maybe that is a case. Like they're going to be kind of like
the rainbow's the thing that's going to.
Well, not the rainbow, but like what's the rainbow's kind of significant for peace because obviously from Bible stories and the dove and rainbows and Noah and all the rest of it. But when you think about it like that you've got this kind of like idea that something would happen, like a big explosion or a nuclear device. That is a wake-up call because we've got the 5 seconds to midnight, 30 seconds to midnight doomsday clock. It's 90 seconds I think at the moment because I did look the other day actually, funny enough, but
never been closer. Never.
Well, no, it has because it's been moved back. Yeah, we did 30 seconds to midnight. Yeah. That was an episode we did, right? Because that basically was the closest we've ever been since COVID. It's been moved back. It's been moved back 60 seconds.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
We're at 90 seconds to midnight right now, right? And they still think that we're actually closer to this than we were during COVID.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like. Because obviously it's supposed to be an indication of how close we are to annihilation, but generally with like not just pandemics that stuff, but like nuclear stuff as well.
Yeah, it was firstly done for nuclear.
Exactly.
Weapons.
Yeah. It was basically just for nuclear weapons, but they've extended it. Yeah, but so obviously they must have to kind of contribute a load of new factors into that.
Yeah,
to
it's
get
basically
a
all
score.
the crisis within in that year. Is it going to put us in a good position or a bad position? And like if we've had shitloads going on and what's going to go on the year after, we know that some bad shit's going to happen.
Well, what I'm getting at is if there is a big catastrophe or something like that, it would be the wake-up call for people. Because, I mean, we have all that stuff, but it's never happened. No. It's always been a kind of like the nuclear option is the kind of the fail-safe. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like by saying... Well, we got nukes too, so you blast yours, and it's mutually assured destruction, isn't it?
And by the way, Russia's just finished their contract on testing nuclear weapons, and they are about to start it again.
We're going to play with the toys.
Yeah, so they're going to be playing around.
Flex in the toy box over there.
Let's just hope none of them go wrong.
Well, there you go. I mean, Nostradamus, have you got any more little predictions or anything? Because I think we're running out of time. But
I have. I've got one.
Go for it.
Another one of his predictions was the light of Mars will go out. Now, the thing on that
Elon's
Elon
light
Musk,
bulbs.
yeah,
He's took his light bulbs up and they've run out
because he's having a bit of problems at the minute. Like his sponsorships are like going away at the moment.
So what do you think? Do you think it's going to get to the point where he's not going to get even remotely close to where he wanted to be?
No,
going to Mars and having a base up there and colonising.
Well, if he's not got anyone paying him any money to publicise their company, then he's going to lose revenue.
He just likes battling people on Twitter now, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I think
that's his whole day.
Yeah, but
it's
I
like,
think that's
cancel all my meetings and battling on Twitter.
I think he likes battling on a number of fronts, basically, because he's battling for the resource of people can say what they want.
No, we were talking about the Wikipedia boys, right? So the guys at Wikipedia, like, have, it's a not-for-profit website, so they don't get funding, or make any money through ads.
No.
Yeah, like some websites do.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of have running costs for servers and staff and whatever. Yeah, the Christmas party, whatever they fucking got. Yeah, all these overheads, right? And occasionally they put a little banner up on Wikipedia on the main page saying, like, look, we're a non-for-profit. If you want to contribute and you like the website and you use it a lot, then maybe throw us a few quid, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, this is one of the other
I'm sure I've talked
had.
about this, but Elon Musk's basically gone, I'll give you $1 billion, if you change your name to Dickopedia. That's right. And would you do it for a start? But it caused a little battle.
If I'm legally bound, I'm allowed
caused
to,
a little friction on Twitter, and it's like, come on, Elon, mate.
Well, he's getting shot down from all different sides.
Go and do some fucking... I know you're a busy man. You must be a busy man. Have you really got time to be doing this shit on Twitter, mate? I know you own it.
Have you heard the thing that...
Trying to maintain a presence.
Have you heard the thing that he built a time machine?
Oh, mate, if he's got a time machine, that's probably why he's so cocky. I'm just fucking... Mate, I built a time machine. It's like literally the boys' childhood dreams are all coming true.
Yeah, he built a time machine, and when they were just about to experiment with it,
it vanished.
The government come in and took it away.
No time machines for you.
Yeah, no time machine. Yeah, but he questions, what did the government do with it? And
went back in time, obviously.
Did the other parts of the government know about it, or was it taken to, like, let's say the president and gone like, right, you shove it in that cupboard. We're using it when we fucking, we're not a president.
Like the president gonna know how to use some fucking sophisticated time machine. Where did he come with an instruction manual?
Well,
the president can't even fucking switch. Do you know what I mean? Switch on a fucking TiVo.
Today's president, the last.
No,
couple.
the last couple.
Yeah. But apparently the government taking it away from him. So he has talked about it. I've seen something about him talking about it, but. He's also trying to hush up it as well.
Well, who knows, mate? Because,
contracts from the government.
This is the thing, isn't it? If you can manipulate time, then you've won every war.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens, you can always just go, that didn't work. Let's go back and try again.
Exactly. And it's one of the biggest industries ever.
Well, because it's the most kind of sought after technology.
Yeah.
Because it seems so impossible. Yeah. But if someone was to actually do it, it would be it'd be fucking
game changing,
honestly. But the thing is, it's not going to be available to consumers. It's going to be kind of used for.
Yeah.
It's like, right, guys, we're going to finally go and answer all these lifelong questions. It was like, who did shoot the President JFK?
We can't get anyone to know about that.
No, and then it turned out, but that's causality and shit, because it'll turn out that it was an agent who was going back in time.
Yeah.
To go and check who it was on the grassy knoll that killed JFK, and his gun will go off by mistake, and it was him all along.
There is
creating that paradox of was he always destined? No, it's not even a paradox, but was he always destined to go back in time to be the guy shooting the president?
Well,
or and then only to grow up to go, I've always wanted to know that. I'm going to go back in time and find out.
Yeah.
To only be the guy who did it and keep doing it in a loop, infinite time loop.
Well, he's been closed off now, hasn't he? There's no more information allowed to come out about it.
Well, I want to know.
I do, but you blame the president now.
I've got to get Elon on.
Stopped it.
Elon, we'll tweet you.
I'd love to get Elon on.
I'll tweet you.
That'd be such a conversation in different aspects.
The music's gone off. Well, it's all right. That'll come back on in a minute with technical difficulties. We'll fire the DJ.
Yeah.
I don't trust him anyway. He looks shifty.
DJ, which DJ?
DJ YouTube.
Yeah.
DJ YouTube. Right, anyway, well, it's all good anyway because we've got the news coming up in a moment. I think that'll be coming up in a minute anyway. So, I mean, I say in a minute. I mean now, the news. It's the news! It is indeed the news. And I am Trevor McDonald.
Sir Trevor McDonald.
Wow, where did that come from?
Oh, don't know.
That was a sneeze and a half, that. I do apologise. Well, yeah, that was because I've been sticking my nose in to news stories maybe that don't actually, concern me, to be honest. And we've looked all over the internet to find the sneeziest news.
Oh, yes.
The dust-inducing hay fever. Yeah,
the dust settle.
Right, yeah, we will let the dust settle for a moment. I like that, Taylor. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, here it is. I found this story, right? I love a good monkey story.
Oh, yeah.
Good monkey stories. We like the animal stories, generally speaking. But scientists, this is, I don't know how I feel about this, because it's cute as fuck. Yeah. Right? But scientists have created a new breed of monkey.
What?
They've done a splice, so they've spliced DNA. They've said they've done a cross pollination or a cross breeding.
And the question is why?
A chimeric.
A
chimeric, I think it's called a chimeric monkey, which is what it's called. It's quite cute.
Why fucking? Yeah,
this one can talk. It can talk and
what?
Yeah, that show you up, didn't it?
Yeah,
no, I don't know. He might have other skills though. Who knows? Foot knows.
Yeah, but
is this Planet of the Apes starting?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Fucking about with things that you shouldn't be fucking about with.
Oh, basically, it got euthanized actually after only 10 days of being alive.
Oh.
But it was what's it? It was a China-based experiment, having to create a monkey chimera, with two sets of DNA. Experiments were, these were just kind of experiments. Why do they do these things? Yeah. So do you think it's this is what I'm saying. I don't know how I feel about this because it's a cute little creature, but it's like, why did they feel the need to do that only to, extinguish it afterwards? Do you know what I mean? 10 days later. I mean, was it because it wasn't adapting as a breed or something? I don't know. Do you know? Was it not going? Oh, I'm not supposed to be here.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you couldn't really keep it. You know what I mean? It'll probably come into international rules or something that if you make something like that, you've got a certain amount of time, and then you've got to get rid of it. You got to kill it, because if the chances that thing gets out and then it spreads, like it does a pandemic.
Oh, what was that? What was that film where the monkey bites somebody and it ends up being a big pandemic?
Was it? It's one of the best films.
It was really good, actually. I forgot which was. What was it called?
Yeah, with
Outbreak.
Hoffman. Yeah, with Dennis Hoffman, is it?
Is it Dennis Hoffman? I don't know.
Outbreak.
Hoffman, I think it was called. Yeah, I think.
It's a brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant film.
Wow.
In fact, that was on the other day.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Well, have you seen any news stories that you'd like to talk about?
I have. Apparently, our Prime Minister has decided that by 2030, buses, tractors and stuff like farming
equipment.
Yeah, farming equipment and vehicles that deliver food and that will be all computerized.
Oh,
you will not get a delivery driver. You'll just get the vehicle, probably a horn going. Oh, come on, mate, pick up your delivery.
Well, what will happen to Postman Pat?
Well, this is the thing. It's all going
Postman
into the
Pat,
tech, and with tech,
Pat. He's
especially
just been
in
replaced by
vehicles.
a little robot.
Especially in vehicles, the tech, they're the first ones that are going to get hit massively.
Well,
and that's 8 million jobs in this country alone on driving.
what
that
did
was
he
before
expect
Uber.
everyone to do when there's all these robots doing all our jobs?
Yeah.
I don't know, you know.
I'd like to have the time to have the leisure,
funny
but
you
I
should
won't
say
have the
that.
money to have the time to have the leisure.
Well, exactly. Yeah, we'll all live simpler
but then
lives,
this
that'll be it.
universal income might come in.
Well, there is... Oh yeah, I remember what you're saying, actually.
So
about
if you think you're getting, what is it, £1,600 a month for nothing, for sitting on your batty and doing nothing, then, you know, sweet. And it will open the economy. But the question is, where'd you get that money in the first place? Your taxes are probably going to go up even more, if anything.
The robot uprising's already started anyway.
Yes, it has indeed.
I've got a story nicely linked, actually, about a man who was crushed to death by a robot.
Oh, no.
In South Korea, after failing, what was it? Failed to, it differentiate him from a box.
What?
Yeah, it didn't recognise that he wasn't a man, a human man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it went, oh, yep, there's a box. I need that. Squeeze the man to death, right? Yeah.
Shit.
Now, obviously, the primary objective there is not to harm a human, but if it can't tell the difference between a human and a box,
we're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
We're all doomed.
The robot uprising has already started. He went to hospital, but later died. According to the company, the robot was responsible for lifting boxes of peppers and transporting them to pallets. Yeah, so how did it have that much grip strength that it only picked up peppers?
There's loads of them that do that now, especially Amazon. Amazon's got big multi-factories that just use like robots like that all the time.
Well, apparently the man was cleaning and checking the robot's sensors and its operational bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Basically ahead of a test run, and then it started sorting peppers, but then it obviously mistaken him for a box and grabbed his head.
The company carries on when the company should be closed now, when the owners fined.
Well, I mean, it is sad. Obviously, I mean, it's like, but I mean, this is a kind of a tribute to how people think, oh well, this is the future.
Yeah.
When it doesn't need to be. It's like, why can't it just be... I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I mean? Because this is it. I mean, how many deaths was there related to, you know, other people mistaking a human man for a box?
Well, yeah.
Prior to that, probably not that many, if none.
No. Yeah, well, I should imagine there'd be a few.
No, what? Sorry, I killed this guy, but I thought he was a box.
Yeah, in the middle, in a road.
No, I doubt there was ever one. Right? Yeah, I think this is the first of its kind, and it was a robot that did it. So there you go.
The uprising is here.
It is indeed. Skynet is upon us. Right. So, have you found anything else that you want to talk about?
I have found that. This weekend. Monster hunters are clamouring together for the largest search for the Loch Ness monster.
The largest search for 50 years.
Yeah,
so they're actually going in for a good route around now.
Yeah, they got. I think they've done their equipment up a bit. And maybe got.
Is this going to definitively answer the question? Then is that what they're going to say? Is they going to go in and go? Well, we have searched the entire loch, and we've used sonar and GPS. We've used satellite imagery and LiDAR.
Yeah.
We've done a load of high-tech technical things that nobody's even heard of. We've deployed a load of scientists, loads of science that is cutting edge. And did you find anything? No. But that's not to say that it wasn't there.
Yes. Well, this is it, because, just imagine on the opposite, that if we did find it was there.
It's like ITV News. It'll be like, today they've caught Loch Ness.
Well, we'd find out over this weekend.
Look, they're they've just caught the biggest fish.
I'm the biggest fisherman.
Well, those old pictures where they got him hung up on the weighing scale. Like, we threw him back in.
We
just want to prove him. Yeah, this was one of the babies.
Yeah, we couldn't get the big fucker.
Oh my god! Imagine though. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably wasting a lot of money.
But it still doesn't mean that there isn't anything down there, because it may not.
Could have been a crocodile,
like a monster. Yeah, exactly. It could be something like a big snake. You know what I mean? What snake?
Well, there's a story I found here which is a bit of like, honestly, one of those too Aussie to be true stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. This was incredible tale of a crocodile attack. But it was basically whilst he was being gnashed by the victim's jaw.
Yeah.
The guy basically started hitting back.
All right. Yeah.
Bit it.
He bit it back.
He bit the crocodile back.
Oh.
Yeah. But like,
did it let loose?
What? He was attacked when he was in 10 feet of salt water by a 10-foot saltwater crocodile.
Oh man!
Struggled. I've had a bit of a struggle with it.
Yeah.
But, bit. Shook him like a rag doll, he said.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah, I thought it's just what you saying, talking about lurking in deep waters.
Yes. Yeah. You never know.
There you go. You might, and especially like maybe 10 feet. That's quite a big.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's
animal.
a crocodile. So how big's this Nessie gonna be?
I think about 30, 40 feet easily.
Like a bus.
Well, I'd say, at the tail, if it's supposed to be like, how people portray it, then I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe even 50, 60 feet, possibly even larger on the biggest scale. But then it does question, how does it hide itself?
Yeah, well, do you know where he bit him? So basically, like this, he's obviously getting ragged about by this crocodile.
Yeah.
But he bit whilst he was like half. He said he was half accidental. Yeah, right. But his tooth caught on the crocodile's eyelid.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Right, and he managed to jump down.
Oh
yeah.
man!
Then he jerked back and with his eyelid, and he let me go. That's what he said.
He's a lucky boy, man.
He is very lucky, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. It's like. I think most of the time it's because they feel like they're in control, but when like you do something to spook them,
yeah,
they're more likely to let you go. So if like you
don't realise,
so if you got grappled by a bear and you give it a left hook, it might go what the fuck and drop you. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know.
After you got broken arm,
maybe, but that's broken arm's better than dead.
I think he's got a strong jaw, so I think it'd take it and then just whack one back at you.
Not Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson was being like grappled by a bear and you give it a right hook.
Yeah, if you got roughly a bit of, someone who's big and solid, then yeah, maybe.
Or Chuck Norris.
Maybe. But then,
anyway.
You're going to get idiots out there who fucking try that.
Some fuckers out there now.
Darwin Award winners.
Yeah, that's a total Darwin Award winner. Here's a great story I found, right? This is a heist. Yeah.
All right.
I love a good heist. You know this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you think the heist did? Of all the things you could heist.
Oh, right. A lion?
A lion's a good shout, but no, this was something else. Something more sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah, like, you're going to go on a heist. It was chocolate. It was Kit Kats.
Kit Kats?
Yeah. So,
nice.
What's it? Mr. Danny Tang's 55,000 Kit Kats began their long journey from Japan, right?
Oh, right,
They were all limited edition Kit Kats, right? Yeah. So all these crazy Japanese flavours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have limited editions, but like they obviously was it.
Different taste buds.
So he was a founder of a New York company that sells Japanese snacks in a subscription box, right? Yeah. So he's ordered all these Japanese Kit Kats to be imported in. And there's multiple flavours, all these really sought after flavours such as watermelon, latte, mocha, all these crazy flavours that are only available in Japan, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the value of like $150,000, right, in US money with exports and all the rest of it, import costs, yeah. So you could fit the lot, into 2 containers, right,
right.
But apparently, like, obviously, this business is doing really well, so he's like obviously upping his orders.
Yeah.
And some fuckers, they did a heist on his van.
They
nicked his Kit Kats.
Oh, shit. Well, while he was taking a break?
Yeah, well, that's it. There's no
They
time
had
for a
Kit Kat.
break on a heist.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So, what's it?
I got caught.
I think there's so much more to this story. I feel like we have to do a actually full episode on this. But like, seriously, it's so long-winded. Like, but yeah, the Kit Kats were kind of recovered, I think. But
What, melted?
a little bit melted and a couple
Yeah.
of fingers missing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Someone being paid off.
What's this? You can get access to the loads of. What's this? I can get access to loads of them. You can get them in New Jersey. We're not a big company. It's just me, a little owner. He does everything. So like, but yeah, this is.
So he's advertising it as well.
Yeah, well, this is somebody else, I think, who's stolen them, trying to sell the Kit Kats.
Oh no! So that's how they got caught.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is the thing. It's saying like there was this Mr. Black who got involved, and I think like this is the guy who he's tracked his Kit Kats and said, "Why are you selling my Kit Kats?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gone, "What? I'm a small business owner," and he's like, "But you're selling like
My Kit Kats, mate.
I know these are my Kit Kats. They've just been stolen. Now they're all being sold everywhere."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like black market. So I think like if you are offered any Japanese Kit Kats in the New York area, New Jersey area,
Yeah, dolled off.
maybe.
Yeah.
You
Well,
walk
at least
where
you
you
know
can-
they're legit. You know what I mean? At least you know that they're not
Oh
knockoffs.
yeah, they're not knockoffs. Yeah, these
Yeah.
are proper Japanese imports with a big value on them.
So
do
it
you know what I mean?
it might be worth buying them.
Oh, do you think like the people who were in the shops have put going? Oh, I've had to import these. I've got to put the price up.
You want...
Won't surprise me, to be honest.
No, won't surprise
Anything else you've seen in the news?
Yeah, if you were in a little town just outside of Rome, at a sea village, and you're late at night and you're...
Oh, you're painting a picture here, right? Go on.
Standing in your front yard.
Looking up at the stars, thinking,
Yeah.
are we alone in the universe?
Yeah, and like every now and again a vehicle will go by, and then what do you reckon would be the last thing you'd see walk down the road?
Donald Trump wearing a bikini.
Nearly.
Go on,
nearly,
what?
You're nearly there.
What?
Lion.
You said a lion a minute ago.
I know. I
What
was
was-
trying to help you, but...
Oh, well, you were trying to help me.
because I've planted it in your head,
Ah,
and then
right.
first thing you think, what the other just said.
Oh, right. He was
Funny.
trying to subliminally influence me,
I
guys.
was, and it
Didn't
work.
work,
No,
no.
it didn't. I thought you were going to say lion, but no. Yeah.
How we put
Yeah.
a lion bar, Kit Kats.
Well,
if it would have been a whole lion bars stolen, I probably would have said lion.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Well, on Saturday, the 11th of November, this is actually what happened.
So where did the lion come from?
It
It's not
actually come
native,
from
is it?
no. It
They're
come
always
from a
escaping from a
circus.
zoo.
It was a circus this time.
Oh, was it like? I mean, was it tame or did it?
No, no.
No, what happened?
Well, the law enforcement obviously tried to control it and move it back to the circus on its own a little bit. And it took
Leo
6
the lion
hours.
packed his trunk enough. He went to
6
the
hours trying to
circus.
move this lion away and take it back to the cage.
Yeah.
But they ended up shooting it. No,
Oh.
they didn't kill it. They only stunned
Tranquilized.
it.
Yeah. Get it back to the circus.
Yeah, nice and safe.
It's like, where you going? It's like animals are just going on free roam, aren't they,
Yeah,
at the
they're on
moment?
the rampage
Yeah,
at
they're
the
like,
minute.
no, do you know what? I'm sick of just being in the woods. And, like, I want to see what all these lights are.
Well, you don't
over
want to go
here.
in the oceans either. You've heard the Orcas at it again.
Go on.
Yeah, they've
They're
just
on
sunk another
these are-
yacht.
Seriously?
Yeah, in Florida.
So I don't know if you've not heard this story.
Yeah.
Taylor's been looking into it for the last couple of months now, but orca whales are on the rampage. They've learned how to sink boats.
Yeah, one of
and
them learned
they're teaching the others how to do
do
it.
it.
And yeah,
It's
apparently
mad.
they're like actually like sinking ships.
Yeah, it's
Like,
mad.
there's another one, boys.
Fishing
Target
vessels.
ahead.
Yeah, but it
We'll
started,
take no more of this shit.
started in like Spain and around them waters, but then it's moved right. It's moving
Sinking
around
yachts.
the world.
It's going to
yeah.
become an international problem.
It is.
Hang about, right? Is this not like, some sort of like, like cover up? They go, nah, it's the orca whales are doing it.
Oh, yeah, it's the UFO that really
Yeah,
hit it.
it was like quite a strategic yacht we sank.
Yes. All right.
Oh, there's like cat came past the house. Sometimes we get foxes.
Yeah, I was
and
looking
stuff.
out, seeing if it was the fox.
There was a fox yesterday, actually. So anyway,
see.
the fox is a visitor.
Yes, he is.
Usually.
Or she is.
Yeah, or she, yeah.
Yeah.
So go on. And so
So it took him 6 hours to deal with it and like trying to. But then obviously at a certain point they'd have to like shoot it or like tranquilize it.
Oh well, at least they got it back.
Yeah. It should be nice and
I
safe
bet you
and
cheat
fucking-
yourself though if you saw a lion walking down the street, because it's not the sort of thing you normally see.
Last thing.
I mean, we just seen a kitty, like, but that's not as
But
good.
if that was a lion,
If that was a lion,
Yeah.
I think we'd be both like,
I'm hiding in the bathroom, mate.
just going to pause the
Just put that
recording a
cupboard in
minute while I
front of the
get the
door.
camera out and
Yeah.
prove this, because no one will believe me.
No,
It just reminds me of
the monk.
the monk we saw in Amsterdam, the monk you didn't see in Amsterdam.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was real. He was the real monk. Anyway.
Well, have you heard about the supermarkets?
I've heard of supermarkets.
You've heard of supermarkets?
Yeah.
Now, supermarkets are now looking in Britain to getting rid of the scanners. And
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
They've already done it. There's a couple where you literally take stuff off the shelf and walk out, and it's an Amazon shop. And it literally knows exactly what you've taken out, and it'll subtract it from your bank account.
Oh no, these are the ones for self-checkout.
But this is a self-checkout. There is no checkout. You literally walk out. The cameras in the shop know what you've picked up. If you pick up a Kit Kat, other chocolate bars are available. But if you pick up a Lion bar or a Kit Kat and pop it in your pocket and walk out of the shop, you will see a deduction out of your bank for however much a Lion bar
Amazon
costs.
shop, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. This is a
about
prototype.
the other supermarkets. They're getting rid of now the technology and going back old school to bring back the jobs.
Yay!
Yeah, which I'm happy over as well. I think
there's nothing better than a checkout person.
Yeah.
I love a good checkout person. How are you doing?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, yeah, lovely to see you. Yeah, would you like a bag? Oh, I'd love a bag. I don't want to go searching around for a
50p.
guy to go, yeah, have you got a bag?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 50p. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then you go in. Do you know how much it holds the line up that I'm not packing my bag while they're scanning it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and as well, because you only get a little bit of space, you have to put all your fruit and veg in there first.
Yeah,
and then
right.
wait until you've paid and everything, and then bag all your stuff up. When in reality, you want to be bagging it up as you pay, as it's being scanned.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
The whole system's flawed. Yeah, right.
Very much so.
He thought it was going to save them money, but time is money. Yeah, right. So actually more efficient, and I think they'll find if they had and they've probably got the data now. Yeah, right. To say, well, we've got cashiers as well as self-checkouts, and although some of the self-checkouts might be convenient in an express line for people just grabbing a sandwich at lunchtime. Yeah, but majority of the sales go through the tills.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
And it's like having that personal experience and saying, okay, you can scan those products while I'm bagging them up. Do you know what I mean? We're making a good team here, cashier.
Yeah.
Boom, done. Everything's out. I'm off. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whereas it actually feels like it slows it down. I feel like we were more convenient back in the day. Yeah, everything was fast. Fast food was fast. Convenience was convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
right.
It's not.
Now it's like it's a parody of what we think convenience is. So you go to a McDonald's and you stood there with your ticket.
We're a nation of queuers, and supposedly we love it.
Fucking like you're waiting for a cashier number 5, please.
Yeah.
He's like, is that my Big Mac? You've waited 20 minutes.
No, it's not. It's the guy behind.
Oh no, it's an Uber guys. Oh, it's the guy for the Uber prioritized. So
Exactly.
that makes me mad as well, because it's like I'm a customer coming into one of these places for, I've made the effort.
Yeah.
I'm not ringing Uber. I'm like, I'm coming in to enjoy your restaurant and the ambience of your McDonald's.
I've heard a lot of the Uber drivers.
But they get preferential service.
Well, yeah, that's true. That is very true, and it's bang out of order.
So yeah. Anyway, I can talk about how I hate
some of these
fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember going into one of these places and going, "Can I have a burger?" They'd go, literally turn around, grab one off the stand, and then go,
"There you go,
there
sir.
you go." Right, yeah. And I'd be even. I was so confident in the speed of getting a cheeseburger. Right, yeah. There used to be a McDonald's next to my bus stop. right?
Oh.
And I'd be so confident in the speed of getting a cheeseburger that even if I only had 5 minutes before the bus was about to be arriving, I could still feel like I could pop in and grab a cheeseburger. I couldn't do that now.
It's fast food.
That is
and
fast
great
food.
Service.
Seriously, isn't it? Right? I mean, what changed?
Money.
Seriously.
Probably.
They just put a wall up so we don't know what's changed. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So you used to be able to see what was going on in the back. Oh, anyway, why are we talking about like the McDonald's? Did you see this guy? Right, this is I think he's from Arkansas or somewhere.
Yeah.
But he's the first man to receive the world's first whole eye transplant.
Oh yeah.
Plus a new face.
Yeah.
Which gives him something nice to look at, I suppose, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
But yeah, a full eye transplant. It's never been done before.
No.
Surgeons have performed the world's first transplant on a human eye. An extraordinarily feat, I suppose.
Yeah.
Plus, in addition, had a full face transplant. Although it's far too soon to know if the man will ever see again. It's like literally had an eye pop back in, like, with everything where it should be.
All the connections,
so
and now
there's nothing to say that he won't see again, and I reckon he probably will.
Hey, if he does, that will be marvelous.
Yeah, I think he was in an accident with high voltage power lines.
Yeah, that's right.
Which basically give him obviously lost his sight in his right eye. His right eye still works, so it was left eye.
His left eye,
but obviously left him with like scarage from his face. So but I mean, the guy seems well happy now, and I hope it all works out for him, to be honest. Because it was like, what was the last one? I mean, that to me is reasonable. Yeah, right. It's when people do really crazy things and go, right, we're going to put a pig heart in this guy, or whatever. Yeah, and then it doesn't work out, right? Yeah. That's when I think, wow, why did you do that then? Like, but giving a guy an eye transplant, that sounds really like reasonable thing to do, and especially if it works, because, what's stopping us taking, like, saying to a blind person, we've got donor eyes. Yeah, we can literally give you an eye transplant tomorrow if you fancy it. Do you know what I mean?
It will all come down to money. Who will sponsor it? Who will pay for it?
Oh no, I feel like it's like, I mean, to think about it, if you're an organ transplant, an organ donor.
Yeah.
I mean, eyes kind of probably get away quite relatively unscathed in most deaths. Yeah. So being able to use, and there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
In every set.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? There's plenty going around.
That's true. Yeah.
I think that could be a good thing, maybe. And then also, right, that kind of, because we've talked about, like, using AI implants and technological implants to get people's sight back.
Yeah.
But that's the more natural, organic way of doing it with natural surgery. Do you know what I mean? I can say no surgery is natural, right? Yeah. But in terms of like a transplant,
there's no added additions.
Exactly. There's no electrical currents. There's none of that. There's no kind of circuitry
microchip there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, in terms of it's the most natural. Like it's an eye for an eye.
Oh yeah.
Basically,
True.
So I don't know. I like the idea of that more so because I'm thinking that is one kind of surgery that's never been performed before that has the capability of helping a lot of people.
Yeah, and don't forget the face as well, because he had terrible injuries on there, and even his wife said that it was the first time that she could actually kiss him.
Oh,
yeah, it was that long.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah,
that's really cute.
Ending at the moment.
Well, exactly. Well, these are apparently real human skulls are being sold in a Florida thrift store.
Yeah, all right then. Yeah.
Get your skulls for sale, 2 for £1.
Well, that's it. If it's cheap, then
it's a typical trip to the thrift store in Florida.
But
obviously, it turns out to one shopper who turned out to find more than they were expecting. When they were strolling down for the Halloween aisle, right, it was like, let's get some cheap Halloween tat.
Yeah.
Stuff that you're not really going to be too bothered about. But no, lo and behold.
It turned out to be.
Yeah, according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office, it turned out to be a human skull.
Oh.
Deputies arrived at the store and recovered the skull, but then they believed it to be that of a human. According to the store owner, the skull was found in a storage unit and was brought to them some years ago.
Yeah, all right. He knows how to get rid of his victims, doesn't he?
But in this case, it's not believed to be suspicious.
What?
It's like, well.
Yeah, so you just got to trust the guy. I'd keep my eye on him. You know what I mean? He might be a kind of.
I bought this from a guy. Out of a storage unit. Yeah, that totally disconnects him from any of it.
Funny enough, I've got a storage unit.
He's like that. He could have put it back in his thrift shop just to take the piss. Do you know what I mean? But if he's had it a few years, and it's
exactly,
like, get it on the Halloween aisle.
It looks authentic, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah, well it totally looks authentic.
Yeah, because it is.
It says full on scullage.
Yeah.
What was it as well?
That's rough.
Pete, here's another quick story. Have you got much more?
I've got one more.
One more, right? Okay. Well, I've got one more as well, actually. So Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Selling snake pizza.
What?
Snake pizza, you can get it in Hong Kong.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, if it's nice, if it's popular.
Snake's all right.
Have you ever had it?
Yeah.
I mean, people moan about having pineapple on the pizza.
Yeah, I do that.
So, but you'd eat snake pizza?
I'd eat snake, yeah.
Well, I've actually eaten snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually tastes a bit like chicken.
Nice.
Did you think it tastes like chicken?
No, I felt
a bit
porky.
Yeah. It was a bit kind of cross between chicken and pork.
Yeah. I mean, the first take, yeah, but then it was like, no, that's definitely pork.
You're like, I'll eat snake.
Yeah, I'll eat snake if I need to.
But if you need to,
so
if it was like, eat a snake. Where was you?
Yeah, I was out camping.
Out camping.
Yeah, I was.
You were Bear Grylls in it. It was like, do you know what?
I
always made me laugh when Bear Grylls would be like, we're at the end of the show now, and like, you know, like, here's the helicopter. It's just about to pick me up, but there's a lizard.
Yeah.
And then he'd eat the lizard, knowing full well that he's about to get on the helicopter and have a Big Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
In 10 minutes. Yeah.
Got a milkshake waiting when he gets on there.
Yeah, seriously, he's like, he's like, oh, you never know when you're going to get your next meal and all this, and he'll just go and bite the head off a lizard.
Hey, it couldn't be a lizard.
Like, you're getting picked up, bro. You've no need for that. You know, you do that when you need to survive.
That's showmanship.
Not when you're just about to be rescued.
Yeah.
Like, you just, like, you think, mate, they'll have probably chocolate bars on the plane.
Yeah, he's got a sandwich there for your pizza. We've got a brand new.
We've got a snake pizza. Yeah, we got a brand new Pizza Hut snake pizza for you. It's like, I'm sick of snake. That's all I've eaten all week.
Yeah.
Anyway, go and watch your last story anyway. I don't know how I feel about snake pizza though, but like, people moan about pineapple pizza. I'd rather eat pineapple pizza than snake pizza.
I'm just one of these people that you can't really put what's
the great
supposed
debate.
to be cold food with hot food.
No, because
I think like salad and
I had a
meat.
friend who well, what about lettuce on a burger?
No.
So I've got a friend who warms up salad in the microwave.
No, I can't stand salad warm.
No, I can't. A lot of people can't.
Yeah.
I get that, to be honest. Like, it goes soggy. So, it's like
just,
wilts, like loads. And so I feel like when it's like that soggy lettuce on a kebab.
It's not got its strength in there for, like, you know, the taste and the texture.
It's not got the strength.
Yeah.
I ain't got the strength.
So I don't like that. I hate that.
Okay, well, there you go. I feel like that's the end of the show.
I got one
more story. Go for it.
What do you think about this thing coming up about no tents for people sleeping on the street?
It's tense. Well, what's it? To Rishi Sunak, he's turned around and said it's more. People are turning it into a lifestyle choice. That's not true. Yeah, people don't want to live in tents.
No.
Yeah, they're making the most. They're making the best of living in tents.
Exactly.
And they're only living in tents because you fucking the whole fucking government has fucking put us into such a fucking
situation,
recession and depression that we've got no fucking choice.
And not only that, the building contractors they've got a lot to.
So what's he saying? He's going to ban them. He's going to ban people living in tents.
Yeah, basically.
Well, where are they supposed to go? Well, all right then. Well, what's classed as a tent? Can you? What about a prefabricated structure? Do you know what I mean? why are they not? Why are they not creating caravan parks or like little kind of like communities?
I don't think we should do that, and the reason why I don't think we should do that.
Oh no, I mean I'm not saying
exactly like the food banks. As soon as you got one, you can have another. You can have another. You can keep that growth up, and then all of what the government were doing was like we could just turn our back and let them deal with it. You know what I mean?
Oh right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So then no money's going to go that way.
Like, because food banks are relying on other companies to help them out.
Food banks straight away and sorted it out straight away, and then none of this would be happening.
Oh, so they're basically we've done it to ourselves.
Yeah, like, basically you can look after yourselves, and like we don't have to throw a lot more money in like the social area. We can keep that for something else.
Well, I mean, I think when you kind of like when taxpayers are giving out so much money to migrants and people coming into the country who are, living off the taxpayers' money, in hotels and stuff like that, then it is kind of sad that you've got people who were born here in the UK who are living in fucking tents. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because to be fair,
it seems to be everywhere.
If I'd hope that if I went to my authorities and said, listen, I'm homeless, I'm on the streets. Can you put me up somewhere? And they definitely say no.
They're supposed to be legally bound to do that.
They should be putting me up in a hotel just like anybody else who's kind of in destitute situations.
Well, look what happened in the pandemic. They took the people off the streets, put them in hotels, and then as soon as the so-called pandemic finished,
they were out on the rear again. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, it's ridiculous. And even one of the princes is, for the next 3 years, I believe, he says he's going to try and get all the people who are on the street.
Well, that needs to happen, really, doesn't it? Because, in this day and age, there's no reason why anyone should be like, this many people are living on the street.
It just shows how much poverty is coming in.
It's coming down to, like, when the Prime Minister's turning around and saying, oh, yes, we need to ban tents because that'll get the problem sorted.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to pay tax, and that's what he thinks it's because people don't want to pay the tax, so they'll rather live in a tent.
And I think
as a lifestyle choice, that's not the case. It might be the case for some people.
Sleeping inside the building, more buildings will get broken into, so they can sleep on the. They can sleep. Let's say it's a rainy day and that. If I was on the street,
if I saw a derelict building or something like that,
just so I've got a bit of shelter.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah,
you know what I mean, so you've got to consider all that. So then crime rate and all that goes up. And
just for the sake of taking someone's tent away,
it adds a lot more.
It is a big fucking. It just doesn't put him in a favourable light either, does it? Because it just goes to show how out of touch. With normal people, this guy is. I don't think he's a good prime minister.
No,
very kind of. I mean, to be honest, it's like with the Trump thing, right? About having interests. Yeah. And if you're in a position like that, then you shouldn't be having these sort of
interests. And it's not
business
just like
interests.
One; it's like several have happened.
Now, the way I see it with that, right? Is. If I was married, or living with a partner, and I've gone to the government and I've said, right, I want to claim for a benefit, but my partner and my living partner was working, they'd go, oh well, you've got a partner at home who can, who's got a job. She can subsidise. She can look after you. So we don't necessarily have to give you any benefits. Right. Because your dependence, it's a household income.
Exactly.
Right. And therefore, any money that comes into the household, is. To look after you as well as your family, right? So necessarily we don't have to give you anything. You're looked after enough, right? And they'll just to try and justify not giving you anything by that logic, right? So when Rishi Sunak says, "Oh well, my wife's business is nothing to do with me," well, no, he lives with this woman. He's got kids with this woman. That is a household income. And if he doesn't consider her income part of his household income, then that is fucking ridiculous, right? So having somebody who's vastly wealthy running the country who doesn't actually understand what it's like to live in this country at the moment, as well as lying and having outside interests, regardless of whether they're your own or your wife's, right? It's still your family business, and a household income, which an average person would be penalised for if you were in that similar situation, right? So, and trying to use the system, and do you know what I'm saying? And that's how out of touch he is, because he doesn't have a fucking clue, so
all of them are. They need
so to make a statement like, oh yes, it's just people, and it's such a Tory fucking statement to make.
So
people are just lazy and they don't want to pay tax and they'd rather live in a tent. Let's ban tents. It's like, whatever, Rich. Anyway, Rich. Anyway, rant over. We'll be back next week. I think that is the end of the episode.
NASA news.
There is no NASA news this week. Nothing's happened. I wonder what's in. Go on. Go on.
Someone.
We've literally just running out of time. We just went over.
All right, we'll go. Yeah.
It's all right. Go on. If you've got a NASA story, you can fit it in.
You can, on November the 1st, up at the ISS, a couple of astronauts dropped their big tool pack out.
Oh, right, I heard about this,
supposedly from now, you can have a look with your binoculars and you can actually see it.
Oh, yeah, it's orbiting, isn't it? Yeah, so you can see that it's the Makita. The Makita tool bag. It might not be a Makita, but if it's branded, whoever's get binoculars and see the logo
NASA.
fly by.
It's a NASA
Is it a
bag.
NASA tool bag?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're buzzing,
with all the official tools and that.
The NASA satellite, the NASA tool bag satellite.
I hope they got spare.
Well, I know, where was the spanner? It was in the tool bag.
Oh, bollocks. We're going to have to go back and get another set.
No, we needed that. The hose is about to blow off and kill us all.
That'd be
that old chestnut.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that is interesting, actually. Thank you for that, Taylor.
Yeah,
but I've got no NASA news tonight.
Oh, right.
But we are out of time, though. So we will call it a night for tonight. Hope you've enjoyed our prophecies and predictions from Nostradamus. Let's see if any of it comes true.
Hopefully not.
One thing I can definitely foresee and prophesize for next week is us coming back for a next episode.
Definitely,
I think it's episode 230 next week. So we'll be back for that. Interesting. It's going to definitely be an interesting episode, because I think why not? Make sure you subscribe and make sure you come back next week for that. New episodes available every week from your favourite podcast platforms, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Castbox, Spreaker, Anchor, all of those places.
And we've got a collection of
different topics and
ones,
stuff like that. We've got loads of different episodes, all available to download. Like 230, more like 300 episodes now.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
With extras and bits and pieces. So well worth a back catalogue. People are tuning in all the time to older episodes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like sometimes like an older episode will outperform the new episode.
Yes,
like
that's
for the
true.
week, and I'm like, oh right, that was popular this week for some reason. Must be trending somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they must be seeing werewolves.
Like, werewolves are big this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we ever done a werewolves episode?
Don't know. You know what? We might have to
I don't
check.
think.
We don't vampires.
Howling into the moon. Right, I don't think we have ever done like.
No, I don't think we have.
No, we might have to do one. That'll be a future episode, I think.
I think so.
Well, there you go. You can go over to the website at neverastraightanswer.co.uk. You can email us at neverastraightanswer@outlook.com. I always forget that we've got that email address now.
Yeah.
neverastraightanswer@outlook.com for an email. We're on all the social media platforms, so you can check us out. Make sure you follow us and subscribe, share, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I've been Gaz.
I've been Taylor.
We'll be back for another episode next week. Peace.
Out of space.